Hi everyone, welcome to School of Scarlett. I am so happy to have you here today. Today we're going to be talking about the new year. We're going to be talking about what's new in year 2024. So as we ring in the new year, I want to kind of share with you what's going to be new here at School of Scarlett and what's new in our reality, what's actually happening here. And I'm going to be sharing with you an energetic sharing around this new year. So stick with me so that you can get some of those frequencies for yourself. So stay tuned to the very end to get some of that. So I'd like to just start by talking about the new year. Right now is the time that we set kind of these New Year's intentions, New Year's resolutions. And many of us are really thinking about the year to come. Some people are thinking about the past years and things like that. So this is a time to really reflect. And so you're going to see a lot of videos popping up on YouTube about the new year. I see a lot of videos popping up around the new earth, predictions, and prophecies. So while we see all of this content coming out, what is the truth? What is really going to be happening in the year 2024? So I'm going to be sharing with you my own perspective on this topic. So the year 2024, I can assure you, is going to be a very exciting year. It's going to be a year of fast movement. It's going to be a year of expansion and abundance. For some, it's going to be a very painful year. It's going to be a year that they're really struggling. See, there's going to be this big divide happening where some of us are going to be moving more into our heart, more into love, and others are going to be pulling back more into the past, more into fear. And so we're going to have this kind of divide happening in our whole reality, really, in every aspect of it. But essentially, we are safe, we are whole, and we are complete. So some of you may be watching some of these prophecies and things that happen. And so I kind of want to share my opinion around prophecies. Prophecies, the way that I perceive in my reality, a prophecy is something that can be looked at and prophesied or given this information to someone else. For example, I myself can access information to prophesize over someone. As a matter of fact, to make this video, I got information to know what would be happening in the next year. But that is only to say those are timelines that have already happened, have already played out, and are going to happen because they continue to happen. They're happening outside of time and space. Time and space is not real. So when these timelines are playing out, anyone that can tap into their heart center, can tap into their access reality, the Akashic records, can truly see the timelines and be able to see and sense where or what would happen. For example, there will be something happening around springtime that will be kind of hard for people. And I don't want everybody to get worried about that. One of the things about it is that a lot of people will hear these things, and I won't be the only one saying it because it's out there. It's there. These things will happen. A lot of people will get nervous and they'll start to hoard, and they'll start to hoard lots of food. They'll start to take in a lot of items and things like that, stockpile items, things like that. You can consider this kind of like people that prep and things like that. So they're going to get very fearful and want to have more and more and more and more of these items so that they can feel more safe for these times to come. Well, the thing is, it's not going to be as bad as you think. For the people that are, for anyone, whatever mindset you carry, that is the experience you will have. So to be fearful over these prophecies or these things that are playing out in reality or people are saying are going to play out in reality is really futile, because you can really control your own environment, your own reality, by simply having the mindset of that you decide. So this year isn't so much about having anything, obtaining anything, understanding anything, nothing. This is actually the year of becoming, the year of you deciding what you want in your reality. So even if someone had prophesied that this is going to happen for you in your life, this is the year of you deciding. So you have one of two ways of going. You can fall into fear and you can believe prophecies, you can believe all kinds of things that are out there and fall deeper and deeper into the spiral of fear. Or you can be free of that and choose love, choose yourself, choose that you decide and focus more on becoming rather than having, obtaining, being anything other just than becoming, seeing what this is going to play out for you, where your heart will naturally lead you. So this year is really the year of allowing as well, the year of just kind of allowing everything that has already been deposited in you, that has already been revealed in you, to really now play out in actual reality. See, for the longest time, a lot of you have been watching content, reading books, consuming content, and maybe working on yourselves, doing a lot of things that are kind of working on yourselves, but not so much actually doing and living in this world and really having those things and becoming that person or having that life that you so want. So this year is a year of stepping into that. You can now do that. You've learned all the concepts you need to learn. You've opened your heart. You've understood the facets, the multifaceted aspects of reality, so much so to know that it's just a total unknown. And so now you can just go out and play. This is the year of going out and playing. This is the year of going out and seeing what life is going to show you. See, life is actually your greatest teacher. I can sit here and teach all day long. I can talk about this topic or that topic. But at the end of the day, it's not really going to make an impact or an imprint on your life unless you personally have had that experience or have somehow been experiencing that in your reality in some way. See, that's the only way that we really make these connections within ourselves that truly transform and create this metamorphosis that is us awakening, is us becoming more of who we truly are in the absolute sense of things. So my view of year 2024 is a year of fun, a year of really getting out there and trying things. Whatever it is that you've been wanting to try, it's time to just do it. Put down the books, put down the videos. As much as I want you here watching these, I want you to put it down. Go have fun. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about what School of Scarlett is going to be doing here. So School of Scarlett has very exciting news this year. And so I want to be sharing with you a little bit on that. So kind of to transition into that, we will be also doing a lot of more lifestyle type content because you see, I'm talking about kind of moving outside of teaching, just teaching concepts, teaching out of books, teaching the old school way. We're moving in the year 2024 out of the old school way of sitting in a classroom, of learning from a book, learning from a teacher is a thing of the past now. Teaching and learning is kind of evolving. We're seeing something totally different. So what's going to be happening at School of Scarlett is we're going to be having a lot more group sessions, a lot more live sessions, and that is where a lot more of the learning actually takes place. See, it's not in the books, it's not in the concepts, it's in the interactions, it's in the energetics of it, it's in being in that space, that safe space. So I actually had the privilege in my life to actually be a teacher, to teach students in a classroom setting, but now I teach online. And when I taught in the classroom setting, it was very interesting because I would get into the classroom and I would meet these students and they would be very different, very dynamic, all of these different things. And as the year would progress, the students would start to pick up my mannerisms and would start to pick up some of the things that I would say. And all of a sudden our class was like gelled. It was like literally we were like a family. We behaved similarly. We were talking similarly. We did things similarly. We could even almost read each other's minds, like when we knew someone needed help, or we could kind of visualize and see what needed to be done. So our classroom really became actually this kind of really gelled family unit. And I noticed that this happened every year. So every year the students would do that. They would kind of acclimate to me. And so what I provide in my courses and in my classes is kind of this setting of really being in a setting where we can kind of do the question and answer thing, where we can really talk. And you can really talk to me, ask me questions, and pick up on some of those frequencies. Because you see, a teacher isn't just a teaching from a book. That's not what teaching is. I'm a big proponent of an education style called Maria Montessori education. And so in that education style, It's more about doing. It's not about sitting and reading books or any of those things. It's about going out and doing those things that you truly want to do. So in that school setting, the students choose if they want to do math that day, science that day, and what they want to do with that. And in that, they learn by doing. And the teacher joins them. And in her being just near them or speaking her wisdom regarding whatever it is that they're naturally learning, doing, she emits a frequency that they pick up on and they learn from. They learn from this. They can see her wisdom based on little things that she says. She doesn't have to sit there and teach this whole long lesson that has this step, this point, and that point. She can simply even say like a sentence. And in that sentence, there is a certain energetics as a human being can be picked up, and the insight is boom, the child gets it. And as a teacher, you know this. Teaching is a much more multifaceted thing. It's not as simple as y'all think. So I'm a big proponent of Maria Montessori. And so that's why I'm going to be bringing in some of that teaching style into School of Scarlett. We're going to be doing a lot more content around lifestyle. And so I have another channel coming. It's called Scarlett's Intuitive Life. And in that channel, I will be sharing lifestyle content, sharing those things that happen on a daily basis, sharing those miracles, those beautiful things that I get to see every day and sometimes talk to y'all about, but now y'all get to see it. So you get to come along with me. So stay tuned for that to come. The next thing I'll be doing is something very exciting. We're going to be doing more in-person things. I'm planning to do in-person retreats. I have a beautiful retreat center near me that I'm going to be partnering with. Now, the biggest, most exciting thing is I have been pretty much manifesting in my mind what I want School of Scarlett to be. I want it to be a grounded building. I want it to be a place that has retreats, a place people can come to and leave, and it's a free, open space for people. But I want it, like I say, to be a grounded place somewhere on this earth, not just online. So we have come into, today I found out that we have located a property that is exactly what I wanted. And the thing about it is it's out of this world. You couldn't make this stuff up. So one day here soon, I'm going to be sharing with you as we tie up the details around that. But this will be an area that we will have a gridded, grounded area where we will have retreats, where we will have all of these things. And so I'm really excited to bring that forth here in the year 2023. So send me your good vibes and love and everything like that, because we are moving forward here with School of Scarlett. So the other thing that we're going to be doing is another channel called School of Scarlett Espanol. I actually speak Spanish. I was born in Mexico. My mom is from Mexico, and I am half Mexican. And so part of what I've noticed is that in the Spanish-speaking realms of psychology, spirituality, it is severely lacking information. They actually don't even really have a non-dual teacher or even speaker in Spanish. So I will be sharing my content a little bit more in Spanish as well for those Spanish-speaking people on another channel. So I'm really excited to bring forth all of these new things here to you on this channel. And so what does this mean for you? This means exactly whatever you want it to be. The year 2024 is a year of you deciding and you becoming embodied in whatever it is that is your expressions, wishes, whatever it is that's going to happen for you. I don't know what that is, and you may not know what that is. It's only to be seen, to be unfolded. So it's a year of allowing. So begin to allow these things to unfold for you. Begin to see what this life has for you, what's going to be unfolded for you. If something doesn't feel right for you, if somebody prophesizes something, if something actually happens in your reality that's not in alignment with what you truly want, this is the year of you deciding. Step into your power and decide something different. No matter what is happening on this earth, you decide and you have the power to do that. It doesn't matter what is happening. Part of transcending and really self-actualizing is really going through a fire. What you'll have to endure as part of this journey of being a human is literally going through fires. going through the worst of the worst situations where you might be in jail or you might be imprisoned or being tortured or just in a mentally exhaustive situation of some kind. And there's no escape from it. Yet somehow you have to transcend that with love and find joy and peace in being in that moment. And once you do so, you will break free from all of this. And you will break free literally from what they call the matrix. And when you do that, you will be free of all of this kind of programming, of all of this kind of mentality that we have to perform, we have to achieve, we have to do, we have to, please and do all of these things. This is a year of becoming. Abundance is everywhere. And for those of us that are tapping into our true gifts and desires, no matter what they happen to be, and we go, along our journey, abundance will come. And so you're going to see all of this kind of a bit of a kind of a disconnect between people that are extremely abundant because they're following their gifts, no matter what that happens to be, and those people that are shying away from that and not really getting into their gifts. So there's going to be a big change in that. And so, there's going to be a big kind of, I call it kind of like a separation that happens between that. And so some of that will kind of fall away. People will go into different kind of realities. And so some people will no longer be able to exist and coexist with others. For example, you may have friends that will fall away. They no longer can exist in your reality because their ideas, their vibrations, their beliefs are so much on the other end of this. So you're going to kind of see these changes just naturally occurring. There's nothing that you really have to do. It just all naturally happens. But what's happening with School of Scarlett is a very intentional thing. You decide whatever it is that you want for yourself, you can manifest that for yourself. So if you would have told me a couple years ago what would be happening or would I be manifesting or, any of these things, I tell you, no way, that's never going to happen, or you're crazy. But every day it's a new thing. It's amazing. So the speed of manifestations, the speed of things coming into fruition are going to be happening extremely fast. Releasing, inner work, therapy, people getting help is going to happen very rapidly. So those that want help, those that want to get therapy, inner work, for example, take courses and things like that, will see the benefits of that a lot quicker because the energies are moving quicker. So I really encourage you, if you have been kind of putting off therapy or inner work or any of those things, to really begin to do that this year. This year of 2024 is really the year, like I say, of becoming, of really shedding all of those things that are not you and really becoming what you truly are meant to become. So if you want therapy, if you want any of these things, I am a therapist. I've been in therapy. I've been doing counseling for over 18 years in different arenas. So I offer that as well. And I offer my courses. If you are interested in that, I would seriously encourage you to take it seriously, to do a lot more self-care this year. And self-care doesn't just mean taking a bath and putting a candle on. It means really getting to know yourself, going deep, going into those emotions, loving yourself, giving yourself grace, getting to know your body, getting healthy. That kind of leads me into the next thing that I want to talk about is health. Health is going to be a very big asset in 2024. Health is going to be something that, again, is going to kind of breathe a separation. There's going to be people that have very, very good health. And then there's going to be people that have very, very poor health. So there's going to be, again, this kind of like separation between these. So it is a good time to really start focusing on health, healthy lifestyle habits, whatever that happens to naturally occur for you. If you feel like taking walks, begin to do that. If you feel like you need to journal more, we're talking not just about our physical health, but our mental health and everything included. So begin to really focus on your health, the foods that you eat. What kind of foods are you eating? This is also going to be a year of really those people that are focusing more on the natural, of eating natural foods, foods that grow from this earth, are going to see more of the health benefits of that, obviously, but they're going to have way more benefits. And a lot of these people are going to naturally gravitate to now wanting to grow their food. And this will create even more benefits because there will be a time there that it'll be hard to obtain some things. So I really encourage y'all to really get into your health. Health is not something that you can purchase with money. Money is something that is going to, in the year 2024, not be as valuable. People are going to see the value in actually having things such as health, actually having things such as abundance in relationships, because a lot of people are lacking in having healthy relationships. Those people that actually have, children, marriages, pets, they're connected to the land. Those people that have really focused on those things that actually have meaning will have the abundance, where those people that have money will now be seen as poor. So we will see that switch in dynamics here because everything is now switching polarities. It's going more towards the feminine. So we're going to be seeing some of these changes happening here in this year. So I talked about health. The other thing would be location. Our location is important. My dog's here. Mimi. Our location is important as well. Where we live. Some people are going to start to feel sick in the locations where they live. They're going to feel closed in. They're going to feel depressed. And so they're going to want to change. Either they'll stay where they're at and it will not go very well, or they will move. So we're going to see a lot more people moving away from cities and places that are more artificial to seek out things that are more real, more organic, more natural. So it is a good time to really seek out the natural because it is what will help you clear things in your nervous system that creates things such as anxiety, depression, pain disorders, mental illness. So you're going to really benefit if you have nature around you. Those people that can't really go outside and access nature are really going to suffer in the year 2024. So these are just healthy tips in general. Whether you think that this is really happening for you or not, it doesn't really matter. These are your basically natural things that are progressing right now that would actually be a benefit to society. So in making this video, I'm not only sharing the things that are naturally coming up for me to speak, because as I speak, I'm not thinking of these things. These are things are coming from me, not coming from me, but coming through me because I'm no longer here. So these things are just coming through me. And so those are the things that want to be spoken. Now, however you discern those is up to you. And so in my reality, whatever just came through, that came through. At the end of the day, the way that I'd like to kind of tie things up is to say that you ultimately decide, no matter what it is that I speak here today or what ends up happening, even if it is very much in line with what I speak, you end up deciding. You can change and shift your own reality. You have that power. And if you're not aware of that, I would recommend you going back into my channel and looking up things around manifestation, because I've already made a lot of videos around that. And so this will kind of shed some light to you as to what you can do to have a little bit more of a feeling or sense of direction in your intentions here in the year 2024. So I really thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video about my predictions about the year 2024. These predictions are not just predictions, they're also just things and intentions that I want to set out into the universe. So in making this video, that is my intention. So I hope that you will share this video if you like it, that give me a like, a comment down below, and I hope that that you will decide in your reality what you want for 2024. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all and gratitude to you all.